Hello friends, let's begin a topic in financial business economics and financial analysis by Dr. Neetu Sachdeva, Associate Professor at KG Reddy College of Engineering. We would begin with the topic called as business organization. You would have seen different types of business. Business may be defined as the regular production or purchase and sale of goods with the object of earning profits and acquiring wealth through satisfaction of human wants. In the words of Peterson and Plowman, business may be defined as activities in which different persons exchange something of value, whether goods or services, for mutual gain or profit. We have many characteristics of the business. Based on the above definition, business will have following characteristics. It has exchange. Business involves exchange of goods and services for money or money worth. On way, transactions such as gift given by one person to another do not constitute business. The next characteristic of business is continuity of operation. Business presupposed continuity of operation. These should be a regular sequence of dealing. Isolated transactions such as sale of house do not constitute business. It should be with a profit motive. The basic characteristic is profit motive. Business activity is motivated by desire to earn profit. Business has other objectives apart from the profit. But profit is desired as a fair compensation for the efforts of the businessman. As there is a return, there always involves a risk. Risk. Every business involves some element of uncertainty in the operation, in the operating environment. For example, one may not be able to sell all the goods produced or purchased. Amount due from credit sales may not be collected, etc. Risk is an inherent part of business. As there is a return, there is a risk. Every individual wants, with a minimum risk, a maximum return. Organized activity. Business needs to be properly organized to be successful. There is a need for clear definition of R&Rs, roles and responsibilities of various people. Systems are designed and implemented so that there is coordination between the various activities. To sum up, the characteristics of business are we need to have an exchange of goods and services, continuity of operation, profit motive with risk and organized activity. The classification of business is sole proprietor or proprietorship, partnership, joint stock company. So let's begin with sole trader or proprietorship. Sole trading business is the simplest and oldest natural form of business organization. It is also called sole proprietorship as sole means one. Sole trader implies that there is only one trader who is the owner of the business. Such person introduces his own capital or borrows from others. Capital is the money which is brought in by the proprietor. Uses his own skills or employs people working under his direction. He is in personal touch with the routing of the business, takes all the decision concerning the business and is completely responsible for the profits made or losses incurred by the business. The person is hence called a sole trader. Next we have is partnership. According to Oxford Dictionary for the business world, partner is a person who shares or takes part in activities of another person. Partnership is an association of two or more people formed for the purpose of carrying on a business. According to Indian Partnership Act 1932, the business which is organized by two or more than two persons for the purpose of distribution of profits and losses equally. Can any one of you name the partnership firms? Well, you should be aware of many of it. The Indian companies, which are Tata Groups, Maruti Suzuki, Delhi Metro Rail, State Bank of India, etc., are few of the examples. Next, we have a company. An artificial person being an association of natural persons recognized by law with a distinctive name, a common seal, a common capital comprising of transferable shares of fixed value, carrying limited liability and having a perpetual, continuous, uninterrupted successions. A company having permanent paid up or nominal share capital of fixed amount divided into shares also of fixed amount held and transferable as stock and formed on the principles of having it in its members only the holders of those shares or stocks and no other person are company according to Indian Companies Act 1956. Next we have is public enterprises. Now, public enterprises, it is as a form of business organization, have gained importance only in recent times. Industrial revolution helped all-round growth of industries. Private entrepreneurs started working only for profit motive. The exploitation of consumers and workers by private entrepreneurs became the order of the day. The industrial revolutions of 1948 and 1956 have clearly defined the role of public and private sector. Enterprise is an undertaking owned and controlled by local or state or central government. Whole of the investment is done by the government. The objectives of public enterprises are it helps in all-round industrialization, establishing enterprises requiring heavy investment to provide necessities, the basic infrastructure, to have balanced economic growth, to avoid concentration of economic power, to establish socialistic pattern of society, to run monopoly sector, to exploit natural resources. It helps in implementing government plans to increase government resources. Thank you, students.